How to process build to stock work orders in Cetec ERP. Note the shortcut to do this is under Production, Orders, and New Build for Stock. Now notice here this looks a little bit different than other orders created under Sales, Quotes, and New Quote because it highlights the build and add to stock here. The key difference is the customer on this order is the internal account. There's no PO needed, and the internal account notes that you're building stock for yourself, that you'll receive it into your own inventory when completed. I'll go forth with the same process of entering in whatever finished item I'm going to build to stock and click Add. Per normal, I'll click Commit to Order here. Now my open work order is generated. Another key difference here on the left-hand side, it no longer says invoice and ship. It says complete and receive. That'll be our last step in this process. Notice as well it says created PO 80.1. This isn't a normal PO to purchase materials. However, it's an internal PO that allows you to receive this order into stock, much like you would raw materials on a normal PO. However, you don't need to touch this. This doesn't need to be navigated to or looked at. When we complete and receive, this internal PO will close and will increase our inventory of this part. Now, per normal, this is a job, so I'll go to my work order view, click line number 1, and I'll start picking my parts. I can log time on this work order if I'd like to. If I click pick parts here, I'll see my entire pick list. I'll pick all my lines. I can move this over to a work location on the floor if I'd like to. Back on the work order, I can start to track time. I can add a couple of hours of work to this job if I'd like. And then when I'm finished, I'll click complete and receive. Again, note here, this is a complete and receive, not an invoice and ship to a customer. All tracking information is not relevant. And when I'm finished, I'll click complete and receive product here. Again, I'm not generating an invoice out to a customer. I'm completing and receiving this into stock. When I do this, these are the component parts that will be relieved from inventory, meaning those will be reduced from my inventory, and I will increase one of this finished good. I'll click complete and receive stock here. Now afterward, this takes me to a receipt screen. Just gives me the information of the receiving portion of this part. From here, it's fairly easy for me to move this into a place on my shop floor. If I click move here, I can assign this a bin location. Let's say I have an alphanumeric scheme like this, H721, that's where I want this to reside. I'll click submit. Now that your finished good is in stock, you can then place a stock order for an external customer to ship out. Last note, if I go to the part record itself, you can see that part is now in stock. I can manage the cost of it. See, I now have one more. I can view that receipt to view all traceability of items that were used to build the unit and navigate back to that internal work order here. Notice the invoice on the left-hand side, not an invoice to a customer, just the means to an end of closing out this work order. Viewing my details and serials here on the left-hand side shows me the list of those components that I picked. Again, all traceable from beginning to end. Shows me the amount of time I spent on the work order as well. And again, once complete, I can then create a sales order to pick this finished unit from inventory and then ship it out to my customer.